Hi guys, welcome to Learn with W3Schools, and today we're going to delve into a technical part called break and continue in Java programming. What exactly is a break? What is a continue? How we use them within the loops and with respect to if-else conditions. This is quite important to understand. My name is Dr. Zeeshan. We have already talked about Java, all these major topics in this Java programming for beginners course using W3Schools. So we are covering the entire Java course, a wonderful goldmine for anybody who's trying to learn Java for the first time in 2025. I have broken down and covered all these topics. Check the description. You can find the entire playlist. It has all these major topics. So continuing from there, let's talk about this break and continue, what exactly they are and how we use them in Java in today's session. Let's begin. Okay, so now let's talk more about Java break and continue. As discussed, we have talked about break a little bit previously in switch statement as well. Let's learn a few more things about what we can do with the break statement. Now, break statement is used earlier in the chapter we have discussed in switch. It was used to jump out of the switch, so break the execution flow and come out of the case statements. So that's exactly what break does, and in every situation it will do the same, but you can use break in other statements, below other statements as well. Like for example in a for loop, but then there's a specific condition, a rule you need to follow. So break statement can also be used to jump out of loops or any particular loop for that matter, while, for while, or while, do while, or for loop. For example, we have for loop here, but in certain situations we want a loop to stop execution when a certain condition is met. Okay, and then we want to break it. Now if you just use break without the if statement, this program will crash and it will have a problem. Now as we say, break stops the execution flow. As soon as it reaches to break, the code comes out of the block. So if you don't use if statements, what happens that the for will execute, it will break and then execute, so it won't do anything else. So usually and typically the best situation for using a break is under an if statement, that when a particular condition is satisfied, only then you do a break statement. If for any worst case, if you don't use any break, this basically means that as soon as the for loop executes, then it breaks. Now this will again create a problem, because this system.out.println is what we call unreachable statement, and you will generate an error here, because as soon as it breaks, it will come out of this loop and this statement will never be executed, or it will never get a chance to execute. So that's why it always complains that this is a what we call a unreachable statement. Okay, so do remember, you can use break under for loops or while loop or do while, but always preceded with a particular condition, that when this condition is satisfied, only then you need to break, otherwise just continue the normal statements. Okay, similarly continue does the opposite of break. Okay, so a continue statement breaks one iteration in the loop. Okay, instead of breaking, it just skips the iteration. So for example, if a specific condition occurs, the continue with the next iteration in the loop. Okay, so it's like it says instead of breaking it, but just continue and then continue your doing work. So it just reverses or reignites or redirects the loop back to its original position. In other words, again, if we have a statement here, now see what happens is, if I is equals to 4, we want to skip this particular number, and there can be numerous situations we want to skip certain things. So what happens is that if your condition is true, again what do, you continue. That means that you just continue from this point. It actually redirects the loop back to its main thing, and it will not execute any statement below it. Break will stop the execution and come out completely. Continue will just skip that condition, and you can see the number 4 is missing because we did a continue here. So what continue will do, it will ask the loop to just reiterate itself, continue again, and skip the rest part. So it won't completely break the loop, but it will just skip one iteration. Okay, so it's like hopping up one step off. So this step is hopped off and 4 is missed. So in certain situations we want to say, hey, avoid this number. If you reach this number, avoid it, or this game happens. There are numerous depending situations we might be coming across. We want to skip certain things in loop, and for that, continue is the best thing. Okay, so this is what basically a continue does. So break and continue, again, you can use it in all other loops as well. The same thing, while it can be used in a while, but again, do ensure you use it inside the if statement, or you can use it inside while loop with the if statement as well if you're using the break. Okay, so this is what basically these two things do. Okay, so break and continue is concluded today. In today's session, we talked about break and continue, what are basic aspects of it. So I hope you understand it. Any problem, any confusion, let me know in the comments. And if you want to follow along, please do check out the description for the complete playlist, so that if you have missed out any previous session, you can easily follow. And I have everything in my playlist that you can easily follow along. Okay, up till next video, this is Dr. Zeeshan signing off.